welcome back guys to another video. Today I am going to be doing a test on bubble wrap and if we are getting ripped off. As you can see, I have bought 3 different sorts of bubble wrap. One from TikTok, one from Amazon, and the other one, which is there, from my local supplier. Bubble wrap I ordered is 500 millimeters, which is lat length, by 100 meters, which is in length. And every single one of these is the same. From a distance, the 2 bottom ones look pretty much similar, but the one from TikTok does look very small. I mean, if we just put it next to them, yeah, I suppose, yeah, maybe. But width-wise, it is very squashed up. But it hasn't got a centerpiece like the other 2. So maybe that will be where the extra bit is. We will find out. Not only are we going to measure the length, if it is 100 meters, we're also going to measure the width to see if it is 500 millimeters, and also the quality, because a lot of people will buy bubble wrap because it's cheap. But bubble wrap is not also about how much you get. It's all about the quality, and that's why I go to my local supplier a lot of the time, because the quality of their bubble wrap has been so much better than anything I've bought off the internet. So we're going to check the quality as well, because there is a difference between all these 3 in price ranges, and obviously sometimes spending that little bit more money is worth it because you're going to have better quality bubble wrap. If you are excited for this video, please give me a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into this video and measure this bubble wrap. So which one shall I go for first? Shall I go for the Amazon one? Shall I go for the TikTok one? Or shall I go for my local supplier? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bubble wrap down here, and then I'm going to measure it on this table. Obviously it's 100 meters long, so I'm just going to do a tape measure on the table, and then every meter I'm going to fold it over. Yes, it will take a long time for me, but it'll be a time lapse for you, so you don't have to go through the whole length of me doing each one of these. Because if I did that and you was watching it in real time, this video probably will be about 4 hours long. I'm just gonna mark a little mark there, and then every time I get to there, I'm gonna fold it over. It's gonna take me so long doing this, but I need to know for myself, because I have actually got an affiliate link with the TikTok one where some people have bought from me, and obviously if it's not the amount that you're getting or I'm getting, I'm going to scrap it, because it's not fair on me and you buying from the link just to get ripped off. So yeah, we're going to go through the TikTok one first, I think, because it is the smallest one, and I just have a feeling there is not 100 meters in here. So yeah, let's get on with the TikTok version. First of all, we're going to do the TikTok one. I've got my order on the phone, and this from TikTok costs $9.99 and it's free shipping. So apparently it is 500 by 100. So we're going to check now and see what the width is first, because it is a bit crumpled up, it is a bit rounded at the edge, but I do feel like that is the truth. But is it really 100 meters? And also I will show you the quality as well. Took me literally about 2 minutes to get the plastic off. Yeah, so it is definitely the width as it says. What is the quality like? Is it any good? You know, and the way to test it is when you're rolling it out, or when you're using it. I've had this with pretty much every bubble wrap I've had. Sometimes the bubbles actually are popped when you're rolling it out, so it looked fine, but there'll be some flat spots, so bubbles that have been popped or they haven't been filled up. I don't know how bubble wrap is made, but it looks like the bubbles haven't been filled up. It looks pretty good, to be fair, but it doesn't mean it's not going to be further on in the roll. Sometimes I've had rolls and it's been quite patchy like all the way through, and it always seems to be in the center. It's never on the outskirts, it's always in the center. So you'll have like a little patch there and then a little patch there, and it might have been when it was in the press room or whatever they do, and it might have been like a one like there you go, you see how it is there, it's sort of flat, but also the quality of the bubbles. So obviously you are packing this to protect stuff, and it needs some padding. You know, if I can press this really easy and it just pops, what is the point of putting it on? Because it's not going to protect anything. So I'm just going to put my weight on it a bit. That's all right. There you go, one pop. You know, I'm putting quite some good pressure, and it's not too bad. I have just found a few more flat spots. You can't really tell, but there's a few, like there's one flat spot. I don't mind the odd one, that's okay. So for 10 quid, so far, it's okay. But the big test is now, obviously, is it 100 meters? Just been trying to roll this out for about 10 minutes in different ways to make it easier for myself. Me doing it the way I wanted to do is not working because I'm just trying to roll it over myself. I really needed some sort of like roll holder on here so I can just roll out and do that. I could chop it, but what is the point in doing that? That's just going to waste it. So I found a way maybe that it can work, which is putting it on a bin. It might work, it might not. Scrap that idea. Because it's on a roll, it is really hard to actually do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unroll it all and then do it that way. That is the only way I think I can actually do it, by having it all open and that. I wish I never started this video, but I'm not going to let it beat me because we need to find out. I need to find out for myself. Don't try this at home. I never do anything easy, do I? I mean, look at all that. People are thinking, why bother for a video? I'm doing this for you guys. Please, if you are still watching this, give me a like just for the dedication, because this is only the first one. I've still got to do these two. Found something I can actually wrap it around. So now I can do it properly. Oh, wish I never did it. Right, take 8. Obviously I've been measuring it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then when I get to 10, I have been writing it on here, and it came up to 5. So to me, 5 is 50 meters. That is not 100 meters what I ordered. So this is from Strom. So there's my TikTok order, as you can see, 500 by 100. There we go. You can see it right there. It is the right one. This room is not big enough to measure it. I did the first one and it was a disaster. And it's making me think, have I actually measured it right or not? Because it's coming out well short, like 50 meters short. Is that how much they've ripped me off? So I've used good old Google to see if there's anything that can help you. You know, like when you go to the bank and it says put only pound coins into a bag, or 50p's, and they just weigh it. And I was thinking, do they actually do that with maybe most things? Maybe bubble wrap. I Googled it and this came up saying that most bubble wrap, this measurement, weighs around about 1.8 to 2.0 kg in weight for this amount of bubble wrap. Of course, it depends on the thickness of the bubble wrap and all that lot. I don't know what that bubble wrap was. I don't know the quality of that bubble wrap, what they're estimating that off. But most of this bubble wrap is very similar. I'm going to weigh them with the roll inside, and then I'm going to weigh them without the roll. So I'm going to take the cardboard roll out as well. So then I can deduct the cardboard roll. So then it's just pure bubble wrap. The only other way I can do it is roll it down the street, and that's dangerous. I could get run over, but you probably like me to do that so you could see me get hit by a car. And also, if a car does come, they'll run over the bubble wrap and then it'll pop it all and then it'll be useless. So yeah, I can't do that, can I? So this is the only other method, because literally the first one took me ages to do that and it was a nightmare, and I'm not doing it with the other two. So this is the way I'm going to find out if it's the right length or not. So I got my scales I bought at the weekend. They are brilliant, they work, and we're going to write down the weights. So like I said, they should all weigh roughly the same. If anything, if they're all 100 meters, they should all weigh the same. And the TikTok one should actually weigh heavier, because the shrink wrap, like I said, like I'll get it down from here, that has got this bit on as well. So yeah, and also it's actually thicker. And the first one is my one, the one that's local to me. It is 1.526 kg. Amazon, it should literally weigh the same. I am on the other YouTube channel, Married to Reselling. He has a massive garden and he laid it down. So go and check out his video as well. But one other thing is, if you can put your arms around it, it's not big enough. Unless you've got really long monkey arms. And like I said, this one I cannot. And this one I definitely can't. So let's check Amazon. Let's put it right. This is 1.020. This one weighs 500 grams less, which is a bit worrying, to be fair. But I will take into consideration the actual roll, because that is quite hard and thick and it's sticking out, where this one is underneath and it's a lot thinner. I can bend that, where this one, it's a lot stronger to bend. But look at that. That is not going to be anywhere near. Right, this should be, I say this is going to weigh under 1 kg. Well, I am shocked now. 1.616. So that's made my prediction go straight out the window. It's heavier than both, but I did say on the roll, it's got obviously the shrink wrap, and it's going to weigh a bit heavier. How much does one of these shrink wraps weigh, to be fair? Well, the shrink wrap weighs 742 grams. So if we work that out on the calculator, that is 1.616 take away 0.742. That is 874 grams. So the bubble wrap weighs 874 grams. This is the most weirdest video, most unorganized, scientifically inaccurate video I've ever done, but it needs to be done. I'm going to rip out the cardboard now out of the Amazon one, weigh it up, then take that off, obviously the weight, and then I'm going to do it to the same to the other one as well, because if that one is still heavier, then that one is originally the right length. And Amazon and TikTok are lying. They should all be the same, shouldn't they? None of them should be different. So I'm actually going to be weighing it up as bubble wrap, because in the end of the day, 100 meters of bubble wrap in the same length, the same width, should all weigh the same. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Cardboard holder is completely out. Just make sure I can prove it. It is here. So we're going to weigh it now. I'm on my phone because my actual battery on my GoPro is died. Let's weigh this now then. 86. So we've got to take off 86 off that. That one works out at 934 grams. So it is actually 60 grams more in bubble wrap. So the TikTok one is definitely not 100 meters in length. You know now that this one is definitely not 100 meters. It can't be, because this one weighs more. It weighs more in bubble wrap. So that one is definitely not 100 meters. Fact. That one might be, but we've got the one at the bottom, which is the one I know definitely is 100 meters, because they are a very loyal small family business. They can't afford to rip people off or nothing, because they rely on people, obviously, from the community buying, obviously, bubble wrap, obviously envelopes and so on and so on. So I'm going to take out the cardboard out of this one, which I did say is a bit bigger and a lot more stronger. So the cardboard in my local supplier has got to weigh more than 500 grams, which I guarantee won't, which will only mean that Amazon and TikTok are ripping you off. That one costs me £14 with VAT. Without VAT, it's 12 quid. So yes, I'm paying 4 quid more than them two, but I'm actually paying more per meter than that one. But we have to check it first, because I might be wrong about this one. Well, that came out very easily. There we go, just to prove it. Nice big hole. Now, let's see what it weighs. 108 grams. Really need to do the working out, but I did it for you. So the one I get privately weighs 1.418 kilograms. You know I'm not going to measure these out properly now, because literally it's been a nightmare doing this video. I wish I never did it. I'm never going to do it again. I don't care what people say about this video, to be fair. I just wanted to know for myself. And how can you trust anybody? You could go around hundreds of suppliers, and are you really going to go out and take it all out and unroll it to measure how much bubble wrap you're getting? No, you're not, are you? Have I actually got ripped off by every single company? I really would need to unroll all these, but I haven't got the space to do it. I literally haven't got the space to do it. That is an estimate as well. We don't know the thickness of the bubbles, you know, the bubble wrap itself. Like I said, the one I get from my supplier is really good quality as well. It's one of them. But when it comes to like cheap bubble wrap, when you see on Amazon, when you see on TikTok, I even gave it a good review, the TikTok one, because it is good bubble wrap. It is good bubble wrap, but you're not paying for what you're getting. You're paying 10 quid for that, and you're definitely not going. I just knew it was going to be short, and it's miles short. It is the worst one out of the three. So my link down below is now been taken out, because I don't want me or anybody else that I know on my channel buying that tat. You're paying 10 quid for not the amount you're getting. But I do really feel like sending it back, but I can't be bothered because in the end of the day, I need it. But guys, I know it's not the most accurate video, but I've tried. I say if you're getting anything 1.5 plus in weight category, it's a good one, okay? When it comes to ones without the roll, and if it weighs anything like 700, 800, you are nowhere near getting 100 meters of bubble wrap. When I'm looking at the totals here, it is around about half of the other one. So it just shows how much I've been getting ripped off by the TikTok. I've ordered quite a few from TikTok because I thought it was cheap, and also I get a bit of commission. So when I even order for myself, I get like £1 commission off TikTok. It's nothing to do with me. I'm not sponsored. I'm not, anything like that. With TikTok, you can like put a link in to something you advertise. You see if you know TikTok, you see it all the time with people selling stuff. But guys, don't buy it from TikTok. When it comes to buying bubble wrap, I would always try and get your local supplier to give you the bubble wrap if you have got one in your area. I just feel like they're a bit more honest and they're not going to try and rip you off because they're not shipping it around all over the place. With the companies on the internet, through TikTok, through Amazon, so on, even eBay, you don't know what they're doing with it. You don't know the quality of it. You don't know the length or anything about it. And most of the time, are you really going to be that petty to try and get your money back on some bubble wrap? Probably not, because they know you're not going to roll it out and do what I did and see how much it is, because you're just using it to wrap stuff. And that's how they're getting you. If the other one was very short in weight, like them two, I would be going around to that shop right now and getting a refund. And I would be telling them to roll it out in front of me and prove it is 100 meters, because I can do that. On the internet, it's a lot of faff, and then where you're going to go next? You're going to go on the internet trying to find somewhere else, and you could have the same problem. So just look around, see what there is, look at the reviews, or try and find a local supplier where you can just get it for a good price, and it probably is the length. If you can get it for free, do that, or don't even use bubble wrap and buy void paper, which also is on a roll, and you could be getting ripped off by that. It's one of the things you got to take when you're a reseller, when you're packing items and all that lot. You just got to trust the suppliers and hope they're not trying to rip you off. But guys, I am going now. I'm going to have something to eat because I've had enough of this video. This video is going to take probably just as long to edit because I think there's about 2 hours footage. One of my cameras, my GoPro's dead. I've still got this on, don't know why. And now my phone's almost going to die. So guys, hope this helped in some sort of way. If it did, give it a like, and I'll see you again with the next video. Goodbye.